Back to my channel. How is everybody doing? I trust you all are good. If you're not subscribed yet, please, I will encourage you to subscribe. And also thank you for everyone. If today is your first time, I really want to say a huge thank you. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you for always looking out for me, and thank you for always subscribing. It's your girl Great Free. Something that I haven't seen so many YouTubers post about this opportunity. I just want to share it today so you guys can be able to have like in-depth knowledge of what I'm talking about. Today I'm just going to go straight to the point. I want to talk about how you can relocate to Denmark in 3 months. Is it possible? Very, very possible. 100% possible. I've seen a lot of videos about it, but I was trying to check research today for the proper information. So guys, I'm just going to let you guys understand what I'm going to talk about. Now I'm going to talk about how to apply, what is this package about, how to apply, and also what kind of documentations do we need, and finally the websites you can be able to, of course, search for similar opportunities if you want. So I'm with my phone because this is where I put all the information. First and foremost, there is a volunteering opportunity that is in Denmark, which allows you to be able to come to Denmark to stay for the period of, let's say, 90 days plus. Okay, you can be able to stay in Denmark. And this volunteering opportunity, when we are referring to volunteer is somebody that is like doing a selfless work for the society or for the community. You are not being paid for it, so there's an opportunity like that. Now let's talk about how can you apply. Okay, how can you apply? Now let's talk about the resident permit, because when you go to apply for this Danish volunteering opportunity, they are going to be providing you with a resident permit. I know that some of you might be wondering, how can I apply for the resident permit and what can I do? All right, now in order for you to be able to apply for the resident permit, you need to be doing unpaid voluntary job, which is what this opportunity is all about, to enable you to be able to apply. In this case, while you volunteer to work in Danish with any of these organizations, you can be offered a resident permit, and that resident permit gives you the opportunity to be able to stay in Denmark and to work. Now, what are the conditions? There are conditions attached to this, which a lot of YouTubers did not digest it. Guys, I think you should pay attention. First and foremost is the age. They have an age limit to this package. The age limit is between 18 to 30 years. So if you're more than 30 years, 31, you cannot apply for this package because for this volunteering opportunity, because your age limit is way beyond what they are looking for. And now talking about the character and the extent of your work. Okay, your work in Denmark must be beneficial to the marginalized people. That is what you're coming to do. And also anything they are looking about is that you cannot do this job or another job that will be paying you salary if you're coming into Denmark with a volunteering visa. We should not neglect these information because they are very, very important. As a volunteer, you must participate fully in this volunteering job that you're doing. Okay, now what else do I need to do in terms of how to apply? You must be able to sponsor yourself, which is to say that if you're staying for like 3 months or 4 months or 5 months, you must have like a proof of fund. A proof of fund is about $900 per month, and for the $900 per month, you're going to be multiplying it, let's say for the period of, let's say maybe If you're staying like 5 months, 900 should be multiplied by 5 months. Okay. And also this is like the decision for the 2023. And also insurance. Now the organization arranging your stay for the volunteer, okay, they can provide you with a liability insurance that covers your stay. So for the insurance, the organization that is inviting you for this volunteer is going to be covering that, so you don't need that. Okay. Now, what kind of rights do you have when you've been issued a Danish permit to come and volunteer in Denmark? First and foremost, you are allowed to work voluntarily without a pay in that exact organization, which is to say that they cannot pay you, but you are allowed to work voluntarily. If you work illegally, you're going to be taxed, in the sense that it's either you're going to pay a fine, or you can be in prison, or your resident permit can be revoked. So you have to be very, very careful. Now, a resident and work permit as a volunteer allows you to stay in Denmark. These are like the benefits. We're talking about the rights now. It allows you to stay in Denmark. It also allows you to stay in the Schengen country within 90 days or more if you want to stay. All right. But this resident permit for this volunteering opportunity does not allow you to work in other Schengen countries. Because I know that some of you, when you arrive there, you want to leave the country. It does not allow you to work in other Schengen countries. Yes. Now, let's move down to your rights when you have this resident permit for the volunteer. Public work. You must be able to support yourself during your stay. I've talked about it for POF. You are not allowed to receive benefits. Public benefits. You are not allowed to receive that. Example, social security benefits. You are not allowed to receive it because you are not doing a paid job. You are doing a selfless, unpaid job. It's a volunteer opportunity. And also, if you do it while you're there, they can revoke your permit. So these are the downsides of this how do I say, this opportunity that most people need not talk about. And also, they allow you to learn the Danish lessons. For example, they can be able to teach you Danish if you are in Denmark and you are volunteering, because you need resident, how do I say, you need language to be able to communicate with people. Now, let's move further. With this resident permit that they are giving to you to volunteer, can you come with your family? The thing is, a resident work permit this volunteering resident work permit does not allow you to come with a dependent. So it's solely for you, because you are coming there to come and volunteer. You are not allowed to come with your family. How long can I stay in Denmark? Somebody might be asking. All right. You are going to be granted a permit according to the number of days or months of that volunteer that the organization is going to be providing for you. So which is to say that if organization is giving you 3 or 4 months, you are going to be staying in, or your resident permit is going to be within that duration, and that's the period you should be able to stay in Denmark. All right. So somebody might be asking, what about shorter validity, maybe because of your passport, or my passport is less than 1 year? They are going to give you a resident permit to stay in Denmark if you're like coming for the period of 6 months. Your international passport is the period of 6 months. You are going to be having the Danish permit shortened to fit into the duration of your passport. Now, let's talk about the penalty risk, which is the downside of this package, which I think most of the videos I saw didn't talk about it until I went to their website. Guys, if you're already in Denmark and you stayed here on a visiting visa, it's not wise for you to submit for this volunteer or this organization to apply to them. The reason is that you have to be aware of the penalty risk period. If you submit your application to the resident permit as a volunteer while you are on visiting visa already in Denmark, you can be banned from entering Denmark for the period of 5 years. So I think we all should know that. So what more do you need to know before you apply? Okay. An application for a resident permit as a volunteer is processed by the Danish Agency for International Recruitment and Integration, known as SIRI. And apart from that, you must have made an agreement about your volunteer about the organization that is going to be taking up this volunteer or serving you the contract for you to come and work with them. And also, there is no fee for this opportunity. It's going to be lasting for 3 months. Like, how do I say, the processing time is 3 months. Okay, within 3 months they've made their decision and everything for you to come over to Denmark. Is zero cost. You are not paying a dime for it. All right, so let's move further. What kind of documentations do you need? Do I need to apply for this opportunity? For the documentations, we are going to be looking at the gathered informations, complete and submitted application form, the biometrics, and answer. So I'm going to just break it down what I'm trying to explain. Now, when we are referring to the gathered informations, they are referring simply to your documentations. What kind of documentation do you need or will you provide for you to be able to receive this resident permit in order for you to come and volunteer in Denmark? First and foremost, you need a copy of your international passport. That international passport should cover all pages of your international passport. If you're coming from Nigeria, the 32 pages. Any of your country, if there are more than 10, 20, all the pages, you need to upload that. And also documentation from the volunteering organization. They are going to be providing with the documents to say that, okay, we are giving this person a contract to come and volunteer in our organization in Denmark for the period of 3 or 4 months or 1 year, totally dependent on them. All right, agreement between you and the organization. Okay, whatever you're going to receive from them, it should be stated. For example, they're giving you money, they're giving you food, they're giving you accommodation, which most of the organizations are providing accommodation as well. It should be indicated in a document form because they need to see it in order for them to approve this resident permit. All right, and also the health insurance. If you're going to be staying for more than 3 months, you do not need a health insurance, which is what your organization is going to be covering and not you. And also they are asking for documentation of liability insurance as well. All right, now documentation of proof of support, which I've already talked about. And the thing is that there is a form on this platform that you need to fill, and that form is called the SGI. The SGI form is going to be on their website. The link is going to be on the description box. When you see that form, click on it, fill it all up so they can be able to get it as well. Now that is it. So guys, let's move further to the biometrics. What about the biometrics? The biometrics, when they are referring to the biometrics, is simply the capturing. Okay, you just need to be captured. For the biometrics, when you apply for the resident permits, they have to get back to you within 14 days for them to be able to do the capturing, your fingerprint and all of that, because those things are going to be in the resident permit. But if after submission and you don't receive any call and they don't call you back for 14 days for you to come back and come and do your capturing, before then you have to contact the SIRI to let them know the entire situation of what has happened, that you've submitted your document but you have not done your capturing, your biometrics. If you don't contact them prior and the 14 days comes, your application is going to be rejected, because the biometrics is 100% compulsory before they can provide you with the resident permit. All right, and because it has to do with your facial photo and your fingerprint, which is very, very important for you. Now, apart from that, guys, let's talk about the websites. What kind of websites can you be able to apply, like for volunteer opportunities? They have other websites as well. For the website, I'm going to be posting it on the description box in order for you guys to check it out. For a lot of websites that they have Global Doctors, Volunteering, DIK, UBA, a lot of them, UNCT, a lot of volunteering opportunities and different websites. So it's going to be there on the description box. So I think before I end this video, I just want you guys to understand that this is a very great opportunity. They are providing you with accommodation, they are covering the insurance, they are also sometimes they are going to be helping out with food and sometimes money from the voluntary organization. And this is for the period of 3 months. The processing time is 3 months, and for the fee you are paying absolutely nothing. So should, in case you're interested in this opportunity, I think you should apply to this opportunity. All information is still going to be at the description box for you to take your time to go through it. So guys, I think that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. This is your girl Griffith, and if anything is not clear, please let's make use of the comment section so we can be able to apply as soon as possible or wait for the next window. Are we helping to apply for this opportunity? The answer is no. We are not assisting anybody for this, because this is the government incentive, and this is a voluntary stuff. So we are not playing any role here. We are just sharing information. So like I said before, thank you for subscribing to our channel. If today is the first time, don't forget to click on the notification button. We love you, but God love you the most.